Many a memory has been made on father-son trips, whether you go to the same hunting spot or to a different ball game every year. But how about going to the same sporting event on the same day for 45 years in a row? That's a bond local lawyer Steve Allbritton had with his father, and led to a special moment for the family in the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Dad started going to Indianapolis in 1950. He had become friends with A.J. Foyt when he was racing at what was called Old Playland Park by the Astrodome when he was like 15 or 16 and racing against 33-year-olds. And Dad got to know A.J. in 1950. He went all the way to 2007, and then he went back 3 more times. So he saw 61 of the 100 races.
Victory and riches await Farnelly Jones, who has won the fastest Indianapolis 500-mile race ever run.
When I was 7, would have been 63, when we started going. I mean, it was just something we did every year. And on that day, we were there. I think I've been to 1 graduation, and that was mine. We missed a lot of things to be there on that day. Over the years, we've taken a lot of people, my friends, his friends, my partners, my clients. Back in 2004 and 2005, we took a young man that was a Baylor student that was a fraternity brother of my son's. He fell in love with racing. His name was James Sullivan, but Sully, as we call him, ended up getting into off-road racing. Then the first thing you know, he's in Indianapolis, and when Tony Kanaan won the race 3 years ago, his sponsor was Hydroxycut, and James had brought that sponsor to the table, so he's in Victory Circle with him. And there was an article in the Waco paper that where he was interviewed and said, well, I never would have got into it except for Luke, my son. When Dad died in November of last year, I called Sully and told him, and he said, man, I'm going to do something special for him on the 100th running. We were in the garage here at Indianapolis the Saturday afternoon before the race, so everything's ready to go. And then he said, hey, I want to show you and Luke something. Would you walk around in front of the car? And he said, I have cleared this with Sebastian Bourdais, who was the driver of the car, and with my partners, because he now was a part owner of this team. And he said they're all for it, but he said we're going to take Dewey along for the 100th ride. And on the nose cone of the car is my dad's name, Dewey, right on the front of the car. And needless to say, I was touched and really couldn't speak very well. Race day morning, he gets out there, he starts in the middle pack. Long story short, he had worked his way from the middle of the pack, and anyway, with 3 laps to go, he is 2nd place. And we're going, oh my gosh, this car will be in the museum forever. And but when he came around with 2 laps to go, he pitted and had to take a splash of fuel and ended up, I think, 8th or something. So, but it was a neat deal. Dad, that race has been part of our family history, and to him to have seen 61 of them and for Sully to have done that was just really an incredible thing.